Hello Sagittarius, Moon Rising and Venus, and welcome to your reading. So Sag, today we're going to go over your energy as well as your person's energy. We're going to see how the both of you are currently viewing this relationship and how you guys feel about it and what actions you guys plan on taking into this direction and are moving forward. So with all that being said, Sag, let's get started. We're going to go over the overall energy for this connection first, then we'll start pulling some tarot. What's the overall energy for this connection? So we do have passion, allow your heart and soul to sing with joy, and then we also have getting to know each other. Okay, well this kind of looks like a brand new relationship here. So for some of you, you could currently find yourself connecting with someone new currently at the moment, or you might find yourself connecting with someone new. But this is going to be a connection that's going to bring a lot of like fun and excitement into your life. I am definitely getting that strongly. But Sag, let's focus on you first, and then we'll jump over to your person, their energy. Just keep in mind that the roles can be reversed. How does Sagittarius currently view this relationship? So, okay, we do have the Seven of Wands. We do have the Six of Pentacles. We also have the Strength card, and then we also have the High Priestess. Okay, in regards to how you're currently viewing this relationship, it is, yes, the very beginning stages of a relationship. I am definitely getting that strongly, especially with the Six of Pentacles. It kind of looks like things, for the most part, have been unfolding really nicely here between you and this person. This is like a very equal give and take, relationship. You don't find yourself doing far more than them, vice versa. You're definitely looking at this relationship like an equal give and take relationship. With the Strength card coming out here, I like it because I feel like this connection, it makes you feel really, really good. Like I said, this relationship brings a lot of, positivity, I would say, into your life. And with the High Priestess coming out here, it does appear to me that you feel, really good about this person, the direction that this relationship is essentially going in. Now, with the Seven of Wands coming out here, even though things are unfolding really nicely between you and this person, I feel like you're still trying your hardest to not get too excited just yet because it is the very beginning stages of a relationship. So although everything's looking really good between the two of you, you guys are compatible with one another, this person makes you really happy, they make you feel really good on the inside. And because we do have the High Priestess out here, that's telling me on an intuitive level you feel really good about them. You're not allowing yourself to get too excited just yet when it comes down to this person. Not yet. Okay. How does this person currently view this relationship? All right, let's see. Okay. We do have the Star, we have the Eight of Wands, and then we also have the Ace of Cups. This is kind of like a FYI fair warning, okay? It kind of looks like you have every intention, Sag, of like really taking your time and like really getting to know this person, okay? I am definitely getting that, which, to be honest, I don't necessarily feel like there's anything wrong with that. I feel like the only reason why you're choosing to take things extremely slowly and like really, really get to know this person is because maybe in previous relationships, you've rushed things before, and it didn't necessarily work out the way that you wanted it to. So you're taking like a whole new, approach. But as you're taking this whole new approach, as far as like really getting to know this person that you currently find yourself connecting with and really taking things slowly here with them, if it's one thing that I will say is that they're not going to want to take things slowly with you. I think that this person is going to find themselves falling for you, especially at a very, very rapid pace. And once they do fall for you, they're going to want to take things a step further with you, which kind of goes against the way that you originally wanted to go about this entire situation. Now, keep in mind, of course, the roles could totally be reversed. Maybe you're falling for somebody at a very, very rapid pace, but due to, their previous relationships, when it comes down to like rushing things with people, maybe it hasn't really worked out in this person's favor when they would essentially rush things. With people, so they're just deciding to take things extremely slowly with you. Of course, all of this could be resonating vice versa. But how does Sagittarius currently feel? Okay, so we do have the Three of Wands, we do have the Five of Pentacles, and then we also have the Emperor out here. True pair situation, by the way, between you and this person. We do have the Emperor, and the person that's in the Strength card is the Empress, making it a true pair situation here between you and this person. So in regards to how you're currently feeling, there is an energy of you essentially backing away from this person as well as this connection, and it has a lot to do with you essentially feeling extremely overwhelmed by them. I don't see you walking away from them, even though the Five of Pentacles could definitely insinuate that. I'm not getting that though. I just kind of see you backing away from the connection, backing away from this person, but it's due to you feeling extremely overwhelmed by them in this connection. Now with the Chariot coming out here, especially with the Eight of Wands attached to their energy, because technically speaking, the person that sits in the Chariot is the Emperor, and your person did show up as an Emperor. This person is definitely moving extremely quickly within this relationship. Obviously, we know now that you wanted to go about this particular relationship extremely different compared to any other relationship you've been in. And one of those things being not really wanting to rush things with anybody, right? So the fact that this person's rushing things with you, it does overwhelm you a whole lot. And obviously you don't necessarily like it, hence why you're kind of like backing away from them in this connection here between the two of you. Like I don't see, but that's another thing too, Sag, that I don't see you doing. Like I don't see you communicating to this person like, hey, like, I feel like you're rushing things. Like, can we please, like, slow it down? Can you please slow it down? Can you please tone it down? Like, I don't see you even communicating that to them. I just kind of see you backing away from them in this connection. Yeah, I don't see you communicating this to them, which I think you should. Like, if you're feeling overwhelmed by how quickly this person's moving, I think that that's something that you should definitely express to them instead of keeping it to yourself and just kind of like pushing them away and backing away from the connection. You know what I mean? Tell me more about the Five of Pentacles to the Three of Wands. Yeah, it is definitely overwhelming you, and it is kind of stressing you out, just a little bit, because it's causing you to feel like you have to hurry up and make your mind up about this person. Do you want them or do you not want them? And it just kind of looks like you would have preferred to get to know this person a little bit more, before you jumped into a relationship with them, because that's what they're pushing for, right? Is a relationship with you. But because you feel like you didn't necessarily get that proper time that you essentially wanted to really, really get to know them, now you feel rushed to hurry up and make your mind up about this person, make a decision already. Do you want them or do you not want them? Don't get me wrong. I think that you really do like this person. I think that so far this person does have a lot that you're essentially looking for. That's not the problem though. The problem is that you want to go about this relationship in a particular way. And that just so happens to go against the way that they want to go about things here between the two of you. As far as they're concerned, you're the one for them. Let's not waste time. Let's go start a family and let's go get married. Let's go get a house. Like that is like their whole mindset when it comes down to you. And you're very overwhelmed by it. You're very overwhelmed by it. Okay. But again, not expressing any of this to them. Keeping it to yourself. So when I say like backing away, let's just say, for example, you guys are like used to like spending time with each other every weekend. Let's just say, right? You might hit them with the, oh, well, I can't really hang out with you this weekend because I got to work. In all actuality, you don't have to work, but you might just tell them, oh, I got to work. Sorry. You know what I mean? Like, I just kind of see you slowly but surely trying to back away from them. I am definitely getting that. And it's due to like you feeling overwhelmed. That's it. It's due to you feeling overwhelmed. But again, you're not expressing all of this to them. You're keeping it to yourself. How does this person feel? How does this person feel? We have the Tower. We have the Fool. And then we also have the Seven of Tower, Fool, Seven of Swords. Huh. Why does this... Wait a second. Hold on. Hold on. This has nothing to do with you, though. This has nothing to do with you. This has nothing to do with you. No. It doesn't. Hold on. Let's look a little bit more into this, because I do see this person, like... I do see this person walking away from someone. I am getting that. I am getting that. This person's definitely walking away from someone. Like, as they're over here trying to build a life with you, they're secretly walking away from someone. Someone that they didn't even have any sort of intentions of building or establishing a life with. But with the Seven of Swords coming out here, I mean, that is deceptive behavior. So that's kind of telling me that this person was dealing with someone that they really didn't foresee themselves building or establishing a life with. And now that you're here and they really like you, they want to go off and pursue and establish, right, a life with you. And in doing so, it's like they're getting rid of someone in the process. But it's someone that they led on is basically what I'm getting. It's somebody that, yeah, it's someone that they led on. Oof. Yeah, it's somebody that they led on. Oh, yeah, it's someone that they led on. It's like they led this individual that they were dealing with prior to getting involved with you. Yeah, it's like they led them to believe that they wanted to be with them and build with them and establish a life with them. But they really didn't. They really didn't. It kind of looks like they just wanted, you know, something from them. And in order to get whatever it is that they wanted from them, they feel like they had to like lie to them and convince them that, yeah, like I do want you. Yeah. Just not right now, you know, just not right now, because these two were just not on the same page. It kind of looks like this one over here just wanted like a friends with benefits type of situation. And this individual that they were dealing with wanted like a relationship, you know? And it just kind of looks like, yeah, it just kind of looks like they led them on and lied to them and made them think and believe that they, you know, that they were gonna be with them one day, just not right now because they need time to get their stuff together, yada, yada, yada. When in all actuality, they didn't have any sort of intentions of being with them under any circumstances. Like, they did not foresee themselves with this person under any circumstances. They just wanted them to think and believe that, yeah, one day, you know, we're gonna be together, you know, one day. And it kind of looks like that day never freaking came, obviously. Okay, so I think it's safe to say that this person just didn't necessarily feel a connection to this person. I think it's safe to say that this person just, you know, wasn't compatible possibly to this person. I mean, I'm sure they have their reasons as to why they didn't foresee themselves building or establishing a life with this person. But I am definitely getting, as they're over here trying to build with you, now that you're in the picture, they're, you know, tossing this one to the side, is basically what I'm getting. Ooh. All right. How does this person feel about Sag? Okay. How does this person feel about Sag? Okay. We have the Eight of Swords. We got the Ace of Wands. And then we all... Interesting. Interesting. They're like a whole new freaking human being with you. It's kind of what I'm getting. Like a whole new freaking human being. It's like a freaking 180 coming from this one over here. Compared to like the way that they went about their like previous situationship is basically what I'm gathering. It's like... Had I explain it, like with this other person that they were like dealing with, they kind of made it obvious like why they're here, if you know what I mean, without having to say it, you know, like they kind of made it obvious that they wanted to obviously have a good time with them and they were pushing for that with them. With you though, it's like let's just be honest, let's just be transparent here and honest. What's really capturing this person's complete undivided attention about you first is your physical. Let's just be honest, okay? That's the first thing that this person sees, and that's the first thing this person wants, and that's just the first, right? Then that they see and you know what they want. Now, do I see this person developing like romantic feelings for you? Yes, but this is what I find to be very interesting, because with you, it's like they're being on their best behavior, honey. Like, they're not gonna, like, you know, push for a good old time with you. Oh, absolutely not. They're not gonna do that. You know what I mean? Because they want to woo you and impress you. And they don't want you to think that they're pining after you for a good old time, nothing more, nothing less. But let's just be honest. Is that something that they want with you? Duh. Absolutely. Without a shadow of a doubt. But they just don't want to give you the impression that they're here for that. You know what I mean? Now, this other individual, yeah, they didn't really care. It's like, yeah, this is, you know, I would love to have a good old time with you. They didn't care. You know what I mean? If that person took it the wrong way or whatever the case may be, because that's what they essentially wanted from that person. It's not like they were trying to build with them or anything like that. So they kind of made their intentions, very, very known early on. They just kind of like threw a little, pickup lines, out there just to kind of like capture them and make them think that one day they're going to be together, even though that day never came. You know what I mean? Um, Nor were they planning on it, but yeah. With you, it's like they want to be on their best behavior, honey. Like they're not going to push for that. They're not like, if that does ever occur between the two of you, what? Oh, sorry, my lights went out. But if that does ever occur between the two of you, then it's gonna basically happen when you want it to basically happen. Not because they're basically pushing for it, if that makes any sense. They're just gonna be on their best behavior when it comes down to you. Whole new human being. I'm telling you, like this person's being like a whole new human being. They're like basically being the complete opposite, with you versus how they were with this other person. What actions, which I guess is not a bad thing, but what actions? Yeah, Sag, I think that you really need to speak up at this point. Like this whole like, let me just go with the flow. Let me just go with the flow. Like this is not working out for you, okay? Because it's like the more I look into your energy, the more overwhelmed I see you. The more overwhelmed I see you. I mean, you showed up as the Nine of Swords, Seven of Cups, and now you got the Ten of Wands. Like that's kind of telling me that you're trying your hardest to just go with the flow and just go at the pace that they're essentially moving. And that's the thing, is that you don't want to go at the pace that they're moving. You want to go at your own pace, Sagittarius, and I think that you should totally do that. I think that you should go at a pace that you feel comfortable with, because this pace that they're going, you don't feel comfortable. You don't feel comfortable. You feel overwhelmed. You feel rushed. So that's what I'm saying. It's like, you need to speak up. You need to speak up. This to me feels like their energy, not even your energy. It's with the Knight of Swords to the Magician. It's like they're so ready to get this ball rolling here between the two of you and start manifesting and building towards a life with one another. You know what I mean? Which is great. I think that's awesome. But again, go at a pace that you feel comfortable with, because if you don't, dude, and you keep this up, you're just going to continue to feel more drained and just overwhelmed by it all. You got to speak up and say something to them. You have to. All right, so we have the Hierophant, we got the Ten of Swords, and then we also have the Five of Wands. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I don't feel like this has anything to do with you. Well, it kind of does, but not really, but kind of, sort of, yeah, I guess. I mean, it does have, you do play a role in this, but this person's having like a really big fight / argument with someone. And I feel like it has a lot to do with this other individual finding out about you. So let's get into that. Tell me more about the Five of Wands. Yep, basically. Yeah, it kind of looks like this person is deciding to end things here with this other individual that they were seeing on the side. Well, not seeing on the side. I feel like they were dealing with this person prior to even basically meeting you. It kind of looks like what happened is that they were dealing with this person prior to basically meeting you, and it looks like they kept their options open. And then boom, they meet you, they instantly fall in love with you, they instantly want to go off and run off into the sunset with you. So with that being said, they started to just simply get rid of this person entirely. Now, it looks like obviously they're not responding too well to it, okay? I'm also getting a lot of confusion. Like, what do you mean that you don't want to continue to see me? What do you mean, like, you don't want to continue to do this? Like, I don't understand what's going on. Like, I feel like this person is very, very confused, basically. Now, with all of that being said, Sag, I feel like this person's going to lie to them and probably tell them something along the lines of, it's not you, it's me. I just got a lot going on right now, and I need to kind of take this time to just focus on me, I don't think that this person's going to let that fly, to be completely honest. This person over here, yeah, I don't think that they're going to let that fly. Like, I think that they're going to still try to be a part of their life, no matter what they're basically going through. I just kind of see them trying to like end things with them in a peaceful manner, in a very gentle manner, but I feel like it's going to get to that point where things are going to get ugly between these two, and here's why. Because if this person, because they're more than likely going to do this, tell them, I just got a lot going on right now, it's not you, it's me, go away, you know. They're not going to tell them to go away, but you know what I mean. They're not going to just get up and walk away because this person's going through 99 problems. They're going to be like, no, like, I love you, I care about you, like, let me be there for you, blah 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 blah. And it's going to get to that point where they're going to have to kind of become a little bit more aggressive with this whole approach of theirs when it comes down to actually getting rid of them. Because if it's one thing they don't want to do is continue to have this individual around while they're clearly trying to build with you, because they're not trying to self-sabotage things here between the two of you over someone they don't even foresee themselves building or establishing a life with. They don't want to do that. They're not trying to play themselves in that manner. So it's going to escalate from that basically from that point on. Where, yes, I do see these two having a really big fight/argument with one another, because this person will eventually find out about you and your existence and them trying to build and, you know, establish, you know, a life with you. Meanwhile, when they were with them, they were over here singing them this song of, you know, I do want something serious with you. You know, I do. Not right now, not today though, but you know, I do want something serious. I just got a lot going on, you know. I keep getting, I got a lot going on. I got a lot going on. I got a lot going on. So obviously when this person finds out about you and your existence, well, you know, I think that, you know, you would basically think the same thing that, you know, this Queen of Pentacles is obviously thinking. How is it that, you know, you had a lot going on all this time? You know, that's why you couldn't be with me, but yet Sag shows up, Sag pulls up, and now you don't got a lot going on anymore. Now you're ready for a relationship. Needless to say, I don't necessarily feel like they're going to be too happy about this. You know, they're going to obviously feel like this person lied to them. They're going to feel like this person really did betray them and, you know, was just using them for, you know, a good time, nothing more, nothing less. But, you know, I mean, I get it. You know, I get it. I get it. I get it. But it just, I don't know, it just kind of looks like this person just wanted one thing from them, and that was that. And they just kind of led them to think and believe that they wanted more, you know, with them. Just not today or tomorrow or, you know, a month from now, you know. So, yeah, even though I do see, you know, this person, yes, getting rid of this person for once and for all, which I don't even feel like you're aware that this is like literally going on. I feel like you're trying to like process everything that's going on between the two of you and, you know, how they want to be with you and how fast things are moving. Like, I feel like you're just so lost in your own world trying to process it all that you have no clue that this person's trying to literally get rid of somebody so that way they could go off and basically build with you is basically what I'm gathering. All right. So that's what I have for you, Saggy. Hopefully the reading helped. Hopefully it resonated. And I will see you guys in your next reading.